Welcome to PlattsTalent, a one-night-only PSTV special that showcases some of our own Plattsburgh State campus talent. I'm your host, Bailey DeLerba, and tonight we'll be seeing performances from both Asa Pilbeam and Eli Moore, and hearing about how they got into music in the first place. First up, we're going to hear from Asa Pilbeam. Asa Pilbeam is a 26-year-old singer-songwriter from Lockport, New York. He has played at reputable venues in Western New York, including the Bug Jar in Rochester and Stamps in Tonawanda. Asa's writing style has been compared to classic folk artists such as Bob Dylan and Donovan, combining soul-searching lyrics with energetic guitar playing. You can find his music on SoundCloud, Reverb Nation, and on Facebook. Hi, Asa.
How's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Terrific.
Great. So I was just curious, when did you start making music?
I started making music back in around 2009. I entered like a singer-songwriter workshop thing that my local library was hosting.
Oh, cool.
And they're like, oh, you can learn how to write songs. I was like, no, I can't. But so I did, and I wrote my first song there. And from then it just kind of went on to building off of that. And yeah, when you're in a small town, there's not much to do but write music about your sucky town. So
What was your first song?
it was called Reason to Live, and it's a kind of a long-winded piece, and it was very like simplistic. And I remember very distinctly performing it at the songwriter workshop, and it was very quiet because I was extremely nervous.
Oh yeah.
And people were like, "Is there an actual song going on, or is that like we can't hear anything?" I'm like, you know, and so it was a lot of fun. Yeah, it's a good time.
Were you always into music, or was the thing at the library like your jumping point, like, okay, this is what I really want to do?
That was definitely a jumping point, as you say, for me, because before that, I was in high school, and it was a very difficult time to try and discern what I wanted to do with my life, and I still don't know. And I'm just like, I wanted to be an entomologist, which is like a bug person. So I used to collect insects, and yeah, you got that vibe, didn't you, bug guy?
Very different from your music now.
Yeah, and then I wanted to be a writer, so I was like kind of torn between that, but that was definitely something that helped jumpstart me in that direction of learning songs and seeing my friend in high school playing guitar and playing in a band. It just all inspired me. So
That's awesome. Well, speaking of influences and inspirations, you said that your music was compared to Bob Dylan, so who else inspires you?
oh wow, that's numerous artists. I mean, normally I play a lot of covers when I perform at a gig, and I'll play a couple hours worth of music. I'll play anything from like the Beatles, Johnny Cash. I play a lot of Johnny Cash, and so I'm not really pinpointed in one genre. I try to, be fluid.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What's your favorite genre, though, to go with?
I mean, the stuff I play is more, ballad.
Mm-hmm.
It almost seems like folk music. I do play some folk music, but my favorite genre is kind of space experimental rock.
That's cool.
Thank you.
So when you're not making your own music, are you also onto every genre, I'm assuming?
Yeah, when I'm not recording I don't know, for me it takes me a while to write some like new music, because for me a lot of my songs that I write and play are very personal subjects for me.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not really, I try my best not to like imitate other artists. I do listen to get inspired by other artists, but I just like to write something that's very close to me. So, but yeah, when I'm playing out at a venue or a bar, I'll just be playing a lot of other upbeat music.
Have you ever played your own out?
Oh yeah, yes, many times. Yeah, when the crowd's a little tipsy and unaware of what's going on, I insert my poetic justice.
Yeah. Who's like the main artist you're listening to right now? Like, what's like your top song right now?
Oh gosh. Well, I currently, because I'm a radio DJ at the Quig, I curate like a Spotify playlist every week, filled with songs that I like a lot of. I do like mainly Elliott Smith, who's posthumous. He passed away in like the early 2000s. Had a short career, but I do like a lot of his songs because I relate to that as a songwriter, writing songs that can be perceived as darker lyric-wise, but they're also they reach out to touch your emotions. So I really like that kind of music.
Yeah. When are you on the radio?
Tuesday evenings at 8 p.m.
Make sure I tune in.
Oh, please do. No one else does.
You'll have one.
I got one listener. That's all you need. So, yeah. So it's I feel like radio, being on the radio also benefits me and musically, because you're able to reach out, not only through playing songs, songwriting, but playing songs that I love on the radio, reaching out to people to share the music that I really appreciate with them is a good outlet for me.
That's awesome.
So, thank you.
Well, thank you. Stay tuned after the break to hear Asa play some of his original songs. Don't change that channel. We'll be right back.
I'm Asa Pilgrim. This is my song Distant. It's on SoundCloud. Enjoy. It's the way you look at me. It's the way that my heart beats when I see all the songbirds dead and visions of you dancing with me on top of my bed. Don't say that I didn't warn you or tell you to back up and leave. But now it is too late. Just look what you've done to me. The birds, they've stopped singing. Yeah, winter draws near. Just promise me you'll hold me close, like you once did, my dear. Angels in the snow are really demons in disguise. Our whole love story was just a pack of lies. And when the sun rises, I know you're gonna be gone. Like morning, like evening, like a sad love song. The birds, they've stopped singing. Yeah, winter draws near. Just promise me you'll hold me close, like you once did, my dear. Oh no, where have you gone? Oh no, where can you be? I'm a lonely sunflower in need of some rain. So pour your love on me. Yeah, pour your love on me. And the birds, they've stopped singing. Yeah, but I don't really care. Just promise me you'll hold me close, like you once did, my dear. Thank you. And this is a song I wrote called Daydream. Oh, please hold on to me and the sounds that come from the street. I've heard love is something you can't see, but the truth's in your eyes, and I know when I close my eyes, love drifts on over me. This song is called Break Up. Tell me you love me, tell me you need me, just please don't tell me the truth. Give me a chance to save my pride just before you run me through. I thought I heard you say no one else has ever felt this way. Let's just be friends. Here's how it ends. I wrote you a song to preserve my sanity. It's a melancholy tune about what you've done to me. For the pain you caused, I chose each word carefully. And in your absence, I may be free, but I've been missing you lately. Tell me you love me, tell me you need me, just please don't tell me the truth. Don't apologize, don't antagonize, baby, this time you'll lose. All the zombies with holes in their hearts couldn't meet your standards, so you tore them apart. You may not believe me ever again. Well, baby, that's alright. Oh, you don't need any more friends. Well, I wrote you a song to preserve my sanity. It's a melancholy tune about what you've done to me. For the pain you caused, I chose each word carefully. And in your absence, I may be free. I'm missing you lately. And I know you're near when my thoughts are distant. Should we live in fear of a love that's absent? Oh, that's colder, oh, get older, but I'll be gone, I'll be gone, I'll be gone, baby. I wrote you a song to preserve my sanity. It's a melancholy tune about what you've done to me. For the pain you caused, I chose each word carefully. And in your absence, I may be free. I'm missing you lately. Tell me you love me, tell me you need me, tell me you love me, tell me you need me. Don't apologize, don't antagonize, 'cause baby, well, I've been missing you lately.
Welcome back to Platt's Talent. We just heard from Asa Pilbeam perform. Now I'm sitting here with Eli Moore. Eli is a musician and production student at SUNY Plattsburgh. Over the past several years, Eli has had the opportunity to explore musical horizons ranging from jazz to hip-hop to indie rock. He hopes that his adventures in media and entertainment production will be able to inspire others like the countless artists that have inspired him. Hi Eli, how are you?
Good, you?
I'm great. So, I was just wondering, when did you start making music?
I was in my first band in 2015, but I'd been interested in it before. I was in school doing stuff in the jazz band and the concert band, just doing all sorts of stuff.
Was that band just with some friends?
Yeah, just some people I'd met around, and we decided that we needed to get it out, needed to play out,
What was the name? What kind of music did you guys play?
The name was the Paisley Vibe. We played, I would say it's like jam rock music, kind of like in the style of like Grateful Dead and Fish and stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool. Did you guys play anywhere, or was it just for fun practice?
Yeah, we played like around here. We started off with open mics, and then we played places like the Monopole, and we even did a couple shows at the Coffee Cat, which is kind of interesting for a full
That is
band.
really cool.
Yeah.
So what made you start playing music?
I really just loved it. I mean, I just grew attached to like listening to music when I was a kid and just copying just all the various melodies that were going on, and I just loved jamming to it. It just came naturally to
Yeah.
me, to just progress it, and the more and more I got involved in it, the more and more I just started wanting to do it more and more, and it just became like more of a driving factor for
Yeah.
me to keep going.
So who were your inspirations from that to now?
Like musical inspirations, like I mean, I listen to a lot of people that give me a lot of, like, I mean, if I'm gonna listen to something, it's gonna be like older, like the Doors or Pink Floyd or the Beatles or something like that, but also newer artists like Mac DeMarco and Tame Impala and stuff like that are, great inspirations for me.
What about them do you love?
I like the fact that they can put on they have so much confidence, and they can just like put on a really great show or make a really great album, and I like melodic content a lot, like, and they just, all of them just have such great melodies in their songs. Yeah.
That's awesome. So what's your process for writing a song?
That's a good question. Some songs will get written in like 10 minutes, but some songs will get written over the course of a year, where sometimes I'll like have a song in my voice memos on my phone, like one part of it,
Yeah.
or like a melody that's instrumental, and then I'll end up writing lyrics for it 6 months later, and then I'll end up writing 2 more verses of it a year later, just because I just happen to get to it, and a lot of times I'll just get stuck on it, but especially it helps having other people too, because I have, bands that I play with that'll definitely help me out with stuff if I'm stuck. I like to try and write it alone, but if I'm stuck, they'll, and I like collaborating with other people too. I love it. It's because I can't do that all on my own. I mean, they'll come up with something that I wouldn't have even thought of.
So what would you say is your biggest challenge? More just like a writer's block kind of thing, or like not being able to put the pieces together?
Yeah, I mean, that and just like sometimes to get a project going and sounding like super professional and tight, like, I mean, you're thinking of that any project could have an infinite audience that you play to. I mean, it's not likely necessarily in certain cases, but when you think, especially if you're thinking about original music, which is what I'm trying to do right now. I mean, I play in a lot of cover bands and things like that, but I'm trying to, write original music and with other, and incorporate other people's original music too, and that kind of thing is not something that you can really just put on the back burner because you've done the cover well enough or whatever. Like, you're the creator of that song, and so like you want it to be the definitive version, like you want it to be like super tight and super good.
Of course.
And so it's hard sometimes to like get that. Right now I'm practicing with an original, like a project that I'm doing with my original songs, and other people in the project have original songs that they're contributing. And we'll do a take of a song, and then we'll try it again, and the other one will suck in comparison, And we always think that last one was like, all right, that sounded really good.
Yeah.
And then we'll do the next one, and we'll look back at the last one, and we'll like, nah. But it keeps improving, but then it's like, when do you stop,
It's always like practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
Like, when is it perfect?
Right, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Do you perform around campus at all, or out in town?
Out in town, I do a lot of performances with a jazz trio that I'm in. That we do that because it happens with the market here. I mean, a lot of people are looking for music that fits into like the corner of a restaurant and is relatively chill and like quiet. And so restaurants around town like Iris's, Ridley's, etc., will want things like that, you know, for early evening stuff. And then Monopole will have us, you know, come rock out, and we'll jack it up for that, you know.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
After the short break, we'll hear Eli perform some of his own original songs. Stay tuned and don't change that channel.
Hi, my name is Eli Moore. The song's called Never Die.
In the yard, playing with their boots, their pesky heels and their mohair suits. They never die. They never, never die. Something about him screams it's mean, and he's causing a ruckus and he's causing a scene. They never die. They never, never die. Oh, they never die old. They never die young. They never die. They never die old, they never die young, they never die. They like dressing, they like their style. Clothes in the yard, clothes in the pile. They never die. They never, never die. So cool, so low, so smooth. They put on a show and never die. They never, never die. Oh, they never die old, they never die young, they never die.
This one's called Running In For My Love Today. 2, 3, 4.
Running in for my love today, keeping me on my toes today. Sorry I don't have much to say. Gotta do more for you to stay. Smoking on the road, silence overflow. Taking time as it comes, but it's not too kind. Sailing on a down, all the lights are out. Maybe all the words I say will someday be mine. Running in for my love today, keeping me on my toes today. Sorry I don't have much to say. Gotta do more for you to stay. Solitude begins, it's how the world ends. Selling crafts in the streets is not too unique. Vouching for my love, many islands of overcast dreams that seem to cloud up the heat. Running in for my love today, keeping me on my toes today.
This one's called No Doubt, in parentheses, make your head spin. Yeah.
Tensing up at the very thought of you. You're pushing out, but I don't want to pull through. You're tight strung, and I know that I am too. And from what I know, that's just what we do. Back and forth, it's push and pull and shove. Fight until we wind up on the rug. I like to love you, but you're too caught up in drugs, and it's so disappointing. Better find a way out. It'll come back to you, no doubt. Better find a way in, 'cause it's bound to make your head spin. Better find a way out. It'll come back to you, no doubt. Better find a way in, 'cause it's bound to make your head spin. Concentration, it's the one thing we can't do. Can't sit still or find time to write these tunes that play out in our heads as if in time they'll be gone without a warning sign. Lots of money and lots of time will not provide the happiness and confidence that's needed to make you mine. But when I chill out, I really, really calm down, and we can have the best times we've ever had in our lives. Better find a way out. It'll come back to you, no doubt. Better find a way in, 'cause it's bound to make your head spin. Better find a way out. It'll come back to you, no doubt. Better find a way in, 'cause it's bound to make your head spin. Well, I said doing what you want is the very best part of life, and I'd like to do the most I can with mine. It's all up in the air sometimes, but I know that it'll eventually be alright. 'Cause I don't know a single thing about the presence of oblivion, or whether we'll be living in a famine or drought. But I know something, and if you know it too, then we can start off living the way that we're supposed to. Better find a way out. It'll come back to you, no doubt. Better find a way in, 'cause it's bound to make your head spin. Better find a way out. It'll come back to you, no doubt. Better find a way in, 'cause it's bound to make your head spin.
That's all we have for tonight for PlattsTalent. Make sure you tune in to PSTV to watch the other shows being produced this semester. Have a good night, Plattsburgh.